Ian Foster has named his first ever All Black squad. Who these guys are going to play still remains the question, but the squad has been named. I've got the names on the board in case you guys haven't seen them, but we'll go through them quickly and maybe talk about a few guys who can feel a little bit hard done by to have not made the cut. And there are a few guys who didn't play in that North-South game last night with injury and whatnot. The three hookers are Moore, Coles, and Taylor. Coles and Taylor are kind of your established guys. It was always going to be those two plus one more, and Almoa he's essentially the next cab off the rank in terms of that hooker jersey in New Zealand. Coltman, I don't think was ever going to really beat Almoa. Likewise, Ash Dixon. So, yeah, I think that's probably about to be expected. Almoa still only played a couple of times for the All Blacks and not quite in a test as yet, but we'll see how he goes if he gets a run. Props is Hodgman, Laulala, Lomax, Moody, Tuinukuafe, and Tuangafasi. I would say Hodgman is probably a wee bit of a bolter there. He didn't play last night, but he has been in top Super Rugby form, so it's pretty pleasing to see him get rewarded. Can he take a step up to that next level? That remains a bit of a question. The scrummaging last night, I think Tuangafasi and Moody at times were both kind of put under the pump, so yeah, it still remains a question as to what the All Blacks' best front row will look like. Likewise, Lomax, I don't know if he had his best Super Rugby Aotearoa campaign, but he scored a pretty bloody good try last night, so who can complain? The locks, you got a couple of young guns in there. Still got Tupolotu and Whitelock, who are your kind of probably top two, and then you got Va'i and Quinton Strange, who are both pretty new to this setup. So yeah, man, Va'i's had quite an astonishing rise basically just in this year, and Strange has been in that Crusaders lineup for quite some time, so he's another one that we need to see if he can make the step up. He wasn't in last night's game. He had a bit of an injury. Sam Cane is captain, and he is one of the Lucies. Frizzell, Cullen Grace, Akira Iwane, Dalton Papali'i, Adi Savia, and Hoskins Tututu are your Lucies. So there's probably a fair few guys who've been unlucky, you'd have to say. Sam Cane, he's not everyone's favourite loose forward, number 7, or even All Black captain, but we need to see how he goes once he actually gets a run in charge of the side. But he is going to be your number 7, so fitting the rest of the team around him. So Tutu has been in absolutely stellar form when he's not been injured, so good for him to get a call up. Cullen Grace likewise didn't play last night, but he's also been in pretty good form and is pretty versatile. Akira Iwane, Dalton Papali'i, so a bit of a Blues connection. Shannon Frizzell is probably still the leading 6 going forward, but some of the other guys will be putting their hands up. Papali'i is very versatile. Savia, how he fits in, is he going to be number 8? Don't know. It remains to be seen how they get Adi Savia and Sam Cane into the same team. We'll have to wait and see. So those are the forwards. The backs, Perenara, Smith, and Weber are your halfbacks. It's still Perenara and Smith. I think Weber probably had a bit of a better game last night than he did all of the Super Rugby Aotearoa season. So that's kind of pleasing to see if he is going to get that call up. These guys are all kind of an age, so we're still yet to see that kind of next quite young guy to come through, but we're still good enough for now with that stock here in New Zealand. Bodie Barrett and Richie Moonga are your 10s. Those were your 10s last night. I think those were always going to be your 10s. Midfielders, you got Eno, Goodhue, ALB, and Rico Ioane. So Rico has done enough in that Super Rugby season to impress the selectors that he can at least make the All Black squad. I think most observers would say he's still not the complete package in the mid. He still needs to probably work on a bit of his defensive and positional play, but I think he certainly brings enough in attack to throw a few caps his way and see how he goes in the midfield. He didn't quite have the pace for Will Jordan last night, but he's still got enough pace to compete with most people. Eno picked up a knock, but he still makes it. Goodhue and ALB were pretty much certainties anyway. And the outside backs, you got Geordie Barrett, George Bridge, Caleb Clark as a new call-up. Will Jordan's a new call-up. Damien McKenzie, who can also cover 10 and probably played a bit better last night than we have seen him with the Chiefs. And Sevu Reece. So it's a pretty... Yeah, man, we're pretty blessed with talent in those outside backs, aren't we? Because, I mean, Sevu Reece, George Bridge were your All Blacks for the World Cup. You got Geordie Barrett, who's been maybe having his career best season at fullback for the Canes. Certainly lots to like about that. Will Jordan and Caleb Clark have just been setting the world alight with their Super Rugby Aotearoa play, so there's certainly lots to like. I mean, when I'm looking at guys who've been omitted, like Dylan Hunt, Mitch Dunshea, but Lachlan Boshier, man, that guy, I feel pretty sorry for him. Christie and Sanders. I don't know that there'd be many of the other guys who missed out in terms of the outside backs. My daughter wants into the room because she wants to go have lunch. But yeah, I would say for the most part, it is it's the loosies that we certainly have had to cut a few big names. Hodgman, I still think I can count him as a bit of a bolter. All the rest are pretty solid. The locking depth certainly has a wee bit to prove. A bit of inexperience there. Pretty well blessed with outside backs, loosies. Halfbacks, man, we're pretty good. The 10 debate will go on between Barrett and Mo'unga. I still think Mo'unga probably edges it at the moment on form anyway, but he doesn't have quite the experience that Bodie has at international level. The midfield, Enor and Rico, yeah, they still got a bit of proving to do in terms of international level, but very talented guys. And yeah, like I said, outside backs, we are well stocked. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on Fozzie's first lineup. How do you think this is going to go? Where do you think they are looking strong? Where do you think they are looking weak, if anywhere? It is Father's Day here in New Zealand. I know we celebrate it at a different time from most of the rest of the world. I think Australia is the same. But I'm about to go have lunch. My daughter is banging on the door. She wants some food. You guys take care. Let me know your thoughts on the squad, and I will talk to you again soon. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Take care. Bye.